Yes, guys, we have got my team reveal coming up next with Chasing Green Arrows. Okay, so how has the game week gone so far? Well, it's been, look, some of the reliable guys have turned up, haven't they? And as always, we can rely on two of the must-have defenders in the game. We've got Trent on 10 points, Cancelo on 11. It goes to show you just don't always need to look for your double game week players, right? There's been double game week players out there that have been blanking for fun. Sometimes you just got to back your single game week players. And for those on a free hit, I hope you still went with Trent and I hope you still went with Cancelo. But look, it's an exciting game week as always. So much is happening. Some big double game week scores as well. Fair play for those that captained Bruno. A couple of nice goals in that first game. As we record this, we don't know what's happened in the second game, but even if he blanks, you're sitting pretty. Ronaldo, what can we say? We need minutes against Brentford. By the time you're watching this, you'll know if we got them. United, are they going to pick up points? Are we looking at United assets in FPL now? I'm not so sure. We'll find out. So yeah, game week 23. I mean, if we're going to get double game weeks and we think the teams like Villa might double, then yeah, I'll be looking to shoehorn a Villa player in. Now, Watkins will be the go-to for many because we know he's a favourite of Gerrard's, but we also can look at some of the new signings. You know, Coutinho, for example, at 7 million, just looks incredible value. And what we've seen of him so far, and bearing in mind, it was a 20-minute cameo at the end of a game, a very open game against Man United, was that he's going to be very attacking. He's probably going to be on set pieces. He's probably going to be wide in a front three, but possibly playing in the 10 pocket. And we also know Buendia is playing well. So I can see Coutinho playing one side, Buendia the other of Watkins, and perhaps Danny Ings drops down to the bench. If Ings does drop down to the bench, well, Coutinho's got a very good penalty record. I think he's at 11 and 11 around that in professional football, outside of shootouts. So I look at Coutinho and just think, we expect him to be more money. We now get him at 7.0. We're potentially going to get doubles from him. Yes, please, I want a bit of that. And if I don't, then I'm probably looking at other routes like Watkins or probably Luca Dean. Like we saw in that on his debut, Luca Dean is going to be very, very attacking. Matt Cash has been good. Target's been okay, but Dean is just another level in terms of attacking ability. And I think he'll get plenty of assists. Probably not many goals, but clean sheets. Gerrard's been pretty good defensively in his time at Rangers and so far at Villa. But he does want his fullbacks high. They play like wingbacks, and I think Luca Dean will be a good source of points. So I'm looking maybe of seeing if I can squeeze either Coutinho or Dean in, possibly even both. I don't think I can stretch to Watkins because I don't really want to sell Dennis to Norwich. Ronaldo, I'm not ready to sell yet. I'll downgrade him when I need Salah. And Antonio, whilst he's got United, after that, he's got a sea of green fixtures. So I'm not looking to sell anyone in that front three. So Watkins might have to hold. It's very difficult. Foden, I think, is someone I've had since game week 6, 7. I've not sold him at all. And many that have him now and had him early have sold him in between. I've just kept him. And with Man City midfielders, I kind of feel that you just have to pick your guy and you have to take some of those 1-pointers. You often have to take some of those 0-pointers, but they're okay because you have a first sub ready and waiting. But you also get some of those hauls. And I just think with Foden, he's playing number 9, right? We are getting a Man City mid-price midfielder as their first choice number 9 in that team. And at the moment, I think he's becoming flavour of the month. He played well last time out. When he's on the naughty step, we swerve Foden. Of course we do. And we don't expect much from him. And when he went out with Grealish partying, of course, he was always going to miss games. I think we're past that. I think Mahrez being at AFCON helps him. Yes, sure, he's not going to play in the Mahrez role, but it means there's fewer players competing for that front three. And I just fancy Foden to start knowing they're not playing every 2-3 days at the moment. When there's Champions League or condensed fixtures for City, we worry about rotation. But at the moment, when it's one game a week, Pep's playing his best 11. And his best 11, Foden's in hands down. So I'm actually fairly confident. And this season, I've not been given Foden the armband out of the fear of that 1-pointer, that 10-minute cameo at the end of a game, right? Absolute nightmare for captaincy. You just don't go there. But when you feel like Foden is nailed, and I'm close to feeling that this weekend, I'd consider him for the armband. Now, is he the best option? I'm not so sure. And there might be doublers that come into play that I give the armband to. But at the moment, I'm confident he starts. Therefore, I have to be confident about potentially giving him the armband. Guys, over the course of a season, there are 570 individual performers for you, right? It's a 15-man squad times by a 38-game week. There are 570 individual performers in your squad. And sometimes it will go for you and you'll get lucky, and other times it won't. But for me, I've got to believe that the luck will balance itself out. So if you're feeling disheartened because you've had loads of games postponed, or you're buying in players on free hits and they're not actually turning up for you, don't worry too much. It's a very long season. It doesn't take long in this game. One differential captaincy is a very big green arrow, for example. Be patient, ride it out. Things are probably about to get better very soon. Stay patient with it and don't give up. Like, so many will be chucking their toys out the pram. They'll be giving up. And that's good for you because that means you gain in rank. Stay patient, play the long game, and you'll be all right. And my differential captain this week, by the way, guys, I've spoken a little bit about Foden. It would be Foden, like away to Southampton, who are the team in the Premier League that on any given day you can back to score 3, 4, 5 goals. It's Man City hands down. Now, when Man City play Chelsea or Liverpool, you think it might be quite tight. But when they play any team outside of the traditional big, well, probably big 2 or 3 at this season, you can back them to score big. And I just think with Foden, you got to be in it to win it. He's a nice differential captaincy option this week. Guys, you're watching the Chasing Green Arrows. I'm Gianni Buttice. That was Rate My Team. Hold your transfers till close to the deadline, and good luck this game week.